This is my attempt to explain my teaching principles when coaching students new to the Wng Chun Kug system within the UK Wing Chun Kung Fu Association syllabus. It is not a simple recollection of remembered points from when I was taught. Many of those points were flawed to the point of putting a student in danger by making them more vulnerable. The points that follow are the result of nearly 40 years of teaching, observation of students, and of course my own training. Footwork is without doubt, and without question, the most important aspect in martial art training. It is the basis of balance, speed of attack and retreat, distance judgment, and power. Wing Chun Kug is therefore no different in its requirements. Understanding the mechanics of how we move as humans is very important. We can only draw so much from nature around us. Adopting fighting styles from animals can only be of limited use. The tactics of the combatants and not trying to emulate the mechanics of the animals is more the purpose of Wing Chun Kug. After all, we are not snakes, cranes, tigers or mythical dragons. We move forward by moving our upper body beyond our centre of gravity. Humans actually walk by falling and catching themselves. Humans extend one leg, lean forward and catch themselves with the opposite leg. The toes of the human leg balance the feet, keeping us able to walk in a controlled manner. To move faster and run, we add force to this movement through our legs. If you really want to explode forward, you will adopt the crouch position of American footballers and sprinters. The difficulty of this posture is functional sustainability due to the angle of release and the sheer power required not to fall. Therefore, crouching to such a level is impractical in regular self-defense, and there is no need for such extremes in Wing Chun Kug. Students of Wing Chun Kug should be taught to take the middle road. However, many Wing Chun schools continue to perpetuate very poor mechanics in footwork, with stances that have the weight far too far onto the back leg. This is simply impractical and inefficient. If a stance requires a lot of effort to sustain, it cannot be considered useful in terms of practicality in action. Wing Chun Kug's law on conservation of energy should obviate such occurrences. When we stand naturally, we stand in a neutral position with our legs under our shoulders and our feet usually turned slightly outward. This is comfortable and can be maintained for hours at a time. So now the argument of natural and practical breaks down. This is practical for our daily needs, but not safe for our self-defense, when safety, absorption of power and speed of movement will be required. The Yi Chi Kim Yong Ma stance is the Wing Chun Kug take on simple understanding of good functional basics. Our weight is neutral. We can move forward easily. If the weight were through the heels, you would have limited potential to move forward. When sitting the weight too far back, you have to overcome the hardest part of the movement, which is breaking inertia. Why do the fastest animals look like they're walking on their toes? Boxers know the importance of correct weight distribution and would not keep their rear heel on the floor.